the Acoustic Shop channel. I am John, and this is Jeremy, here to talk to you today about the Bedell limited edition Dreadnaught Cutaway.
Unboxed.
So today we're here to talk about Bedell guitars. Bedell has been it's an old company, but a new company again, right?
A reborn company.
Reborn company, done by Tom Bedell, and who is also part of the parent company, Two Old Hippies. Why? I'm not going to say I labeled him as one, but I think he's actually labeled himself as an old hippie. But Tom has been a super nice guy. We've got to meet him a couple times to talk to him about his guitars. These new Bedell guitars are fabulous. They're doing some things that nobody else is doing, and really glad to have them as part of our kind of stable here in the Acoustic Shop.
It's one of the great things about having the shop is we get to discover new builders and new brands. We kind of got introduced to these through Weber, which is also owned by Two Old Hippies. Obviously, you guys follow us. You know, we're big fans of Weber mandolins. And through that, we got to know Bedell instruments at their booth at NAMM, I think the first time we got to play them. Mm-hmm. And we were very blown away with the build quality, the tone, and then also the tone woods they're able to find, which this guitar exemplifies.
It does. So what's special about this particular guitar? Well, here's the deal. Brazilian Rosewood. It is a hard thing to find, and we were really glad to be partnered with Tom about these because he's probably got the biggest collection of Brazilian Rosewood in the world. And not only that, a lot of guitars that you see that have Brazilian Rosewood, they're kind of an oddity. There's this thing called CITES, which makes it a legal way for you to have paperwork for legally harvested Brazilian rosewood.
And for people that aren't familiar, which most of our guitar enthusiasts will be familiar, Brazilian rosewood, for good reason, was outlawed to be used, I think, in the late 70s.
To be harvested, yeah.
To be harvested.
60s, actually.
Because mostly with furniture, but also guitar builders, they were just deforesting the entire rainforest down in Brazil.
The Brazilian rainforest?
And it was just getting out of hand. Obviously, we wanted to protect the species of trees that were being used, partly because it's such a beautiful looking wood. Tonally, it provides great tone properties to guitars. So that it was outlawed, but people that had collections of it previous to the new laws going into effect, they were able to still use that wood. Tom Bedell was kind of tipped off to a company overseas.
A huge collection of this stuff that was in Spain, is what he was telling us about it. And this is all pre-CITES or pre-illegal rosewood. So what's really cool about this is, those of you who own Brazilian rosewood guitars, if you were to travel with these out of the country, you would have to supply paperwork to prove that they are legally harvested Brazilian rosewood. And most of the newer guitars that you're going to get nowadays don't have that paperwork. What is really cool about this particular collection is he had bought papered I believe it's 1968 Brazilian rosewood. So that's what this is. In the case, you actually have a folder full of legal documentation. You could travel with this guitar anywhere in the world and have your documentation to prove that it is there. Not only is it all legal paper, but it is all really, really, a huge collection of really great stuff. So here's an example of it. They came out this year with a limited edition series. They did a Cocobolo version. They did a Koa version, figured rosewood, and Brazilian rosewood. And this is one of the Brazilian rosewood ones, limited edition in a cutaway. They had not done one before, which was a little surprise to me. I'm not a huge cutaway person, but we'll talk about this in a little bit. This guitar won me over really quick. Gorgeous. I saw this actually on Bedell's website, and I saw it there, and then when it came into the store, I'm like, very, very cool. Gorgeous set of Brazilian rosewood. Not only that, but tone woods on the top, Adirondack spruce top on this as well, and there's some figuring that's going in here. This is definitely master grade style Adirondack spruce.
And just like in the selection of our wives, we're more than just looking for a pretty face. we go below the surface, and we look for something a little bit more substantive.
I am so glad that none of our wives watch our channel.
That's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Is it really?
Yeah, so we're not just looking for the pretty face. We want more. And this guitar, once we played it, that's when it really sold us. Like this thing, when we pulled out of the case, like looked at it, admired it, and then strummed it. It was just...
I'm going to go out here and admit, I had a little bit of a prejudice in mind on cutaways. I'm not a Dreadnaught Cutaway guy, but this guitar, he showed it to us. I was like, nah. And then I played it, and it has won me over completely. The tone of this guitar is pretty amazing. I think it's been one of the finer guitars that we've ever had in the shop. Very articulate, tons of low end, but not missing the high end at all.
No definition.
This is just a smooth, amazing guitar. So, again, I just was blown away with it. Obviously, gorgeous looking guitar, great tone woods, doing build that is just, you know, above and beyond everybody else.
The limiteds also all came with a pickup in them, correct?
They did. These all have the LR Bags Anthem pickup already pre-installed. Cutaway, great case. Here's something that is also really unique about Bedell guitars. I really like that they actually mark the thicknesses of your top and back, and it is on every card, shows the exact thicknesses of those, and also tells you the resonant frequency. So when they build guitars at Bedell, they actually go after a specific target range of frequencies. So they have a target range for the top, they have a target range for the back, and then an overall frequency range. So you show the main resonant frequency for each, and on this card you'll see the thickness of the top, its main resonant frequency, the back's main resonant frequency, which they're tuning the back as well as the top, and then an overall guitar frequency. So every Bedell has that. Another thing that I want to again stress out, those that haven't looked into Bedell guitars, probably the most responsible company for building guitars. They do not use any clear-cut woods. Everything has been there. And what's really cool is if you go onto their site, you'll see Tom actually visits and sometimes is there for the downing of some of these trees, or that are selected to be harvested, whether it's a deadfall tree or something of that nature.
That's a skill in itself, is looking at a forestful tree and saying, that one's going to make a good guitar. I want that one. Leave the rest of them.
I would love to believe that is his skill set.
I think he smells them.
Tom, please tell us your skill set. Is it to go in there and smell trees and go, this one smells like a great sounding guitar?
It's a skill. It's that hippie coming out in him. Anyway, beautiful guitar, incredible sounding. We were blown away with it. We're going to get some of those other limiteds in the shop as well.
Yes, I've got some more on order as well. They did this in OMs for the limiteds and Dreadnaughts. We have some more of those on order, but this particular guitar, if you get a chance before it sells, I would snag this thing up. It is an amazing guitar. I cannot say enough about this. One of your best chances
to get a hold of a Brazilian Rosewood instrument that also, we didn't talk about the price point on Brazilian, so much less than the other manufacturers, because he got such a large collection, he basically passed that savings on to the consumer, which is awesome.
That is the case. So this guitar, again, you will see options on Brazilian Rosewood, the option of upgrade be at the same price as what this guitar is completed. This guitar completed $57.90. So under $6,000 to get a Brazilian Rosewood guitar with an Adirondack spruce top and a nice pickup setup in it. If you are a cutaway guy, you could play this note.
Yeah, I mean, you could. This guitar allows that.
It does allow that. Anyway, you should check this out. You can check this out along with all of our other instruments on theacousticshoppe.com. And until next time, keep on picking.
Hey, thanks for watching that video that we just did. I'm going to make this universal so we can use it on all the videos.
Good
I hope you enjoyed that thing that I said. And if you'd like to see more things like that, then subscribe down below where it says subscribe. You'll be notified anytime we do another video.
And while you're at it, make sure to check out our website, theacousticshoppe.com. We have free shipping on most products and one of the best return policies in the country.
We know what it's like to buy an instrument online. You never know what you're going to get. When you get it, if you're not happy with it, send it back to us. We're not going to be mad at you.
No.
We'll be a little disappointed in you, but no. We want you to find the right instrument, and there's no way to know until you try it. So we encourage you to try it out, play it, and then if it's not the right fit, we'll find the one that is.
There we go.
Also, be sure to comment down below. We love to interact with you guys. It's not a one-way street here.
No.
You get to say things, we get to say things back to you. If we say mean things, we're going to say mean
We
things
may,
back. So.
we may or may not do that. Anyway, we thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.